In some N/West Broadway, their just printed tumble book from New Star, Canadian poetry icons George Bowering and George Stanley pose a persuasive argument for our ongoing attention for their currently unfashionable genre.
The tumble book format is not completely new, using a very long history in the science fiction goods of Ace Books in the 60s and 70s. New Star revived this arrangement when it printed Andrew Strother's 2017 comic masterpiece The Devil's Weed/The Sacred Herb, and it works as well for the sorrowful and autumnal reflections of two master course poets because it did for Strother's smoky humor.
The publisher calls joint publication a masterpiece of late style and friendship, and that is fair comment.
Bowering, who served as Canada's first poet laureate and Stanley, winner in 2006 of the Shelley Memorial Award from the American Poetry Society, are both men of a certain age, as the French so delicately put it, and their sophisticated lines dwell on death and loss, love and desire and the comforts of literary friendship. They weave in and out of each other's lines, sometimes explicitly, as when each of the poets includes a letter/poem dedicated to the other, and sometimes as the imagined first reader of new work, a kind of perfect audience for an old man practicing a dying art from the edge of his own death. Both Bowering and Stanley write lines that are dense with thought and literary allusions, but grounded in closely observed physical detail. And the music of the language is persuasively beautiful.
No one who reads Stanley's poems about West Broadway will ever see that quotidian Vancouver cross street in quite the same way. Its mundane details of crosswalks and storefronts, young lovers and panhandlers, bookstores and pastry shops are all illuminated by Stanley's intelligence and love of language.
And Bowering's short poems all resonate with his own distinctive thought and tone as he, too, moves from the observed details of the physical world and the body to more abstract reflections. His short comic turn on the future of Canadian poetry is worth the price of admission all by itself.
The poems in this small but beautifully produced volume all work as stand-alone pieces, but taken together they are a lovely record of a friendship steeped in poetry and the bittersweet wisdom that comes, if one is lucky, with old age.
Foreground: white, black, red, green, blue, yellow, magenta, cyan, opaque, semi-opaque.
Background: white, black, red, green, blue, yellow, magenta, cyan, opaque, semi-transparent, transparent.
Window: white, black, red, green, blue, yellow, magenta, cyan, opaque, semi-transparent, transparent.
Text edge style none raised to pressed uniform drop shadow.
Font family default monospace serif proportional serif monospace sans serif proportional sans serif casual script small caps.